The pyramids are undeniably real, standing tall for thousands of years. But the official story about why they were built, that's where things start to get a little shaky. Let's talk about the purpose problem. The official explanation is simple. The pyramids were tombs for the pharaohs. That's what you'll read in most history books. Inside the Great Pyramid, there's a strange emptiness. Where are the bodies? The pharaohs themselves have never been found within these massive structures. And it's not just the bodies. Ancient Egyptian tombs, like those in the Valley of the Kings, are filled with incredible treasures and grave goods. But when we look at the evidence, a huge piece of the puzzle is missing. These were items the deceased would need in the afterlife, everything from furniture and food to jewelry and chariots. The Great Pyramid. It was found almost completely empty. The few items discovered, like the contents of the so-called Dixon relics, don't look like typical grave goods at all. This brings us to another major issue, the lack of inscriptions. Known Egyptian tombs are like beautifully illustrated stories. Their walls are covered in hieroglyphs, intricate paintings, and religious texts like the Book of the Dead. These inscriptions tell us who the tomb belongs to. They detail the person's life, and they provide spells and guides for their journey into the afterlife. They are deeply personal and highly specific. Now, compare that to the Great Pyramid. What do we find inside its main chambers, like the king's and queen's chambers? Bare, undecorated stone walls. There are no hieroglyphs naming Khufu as the occupant. There are no burial texts. There are no elaborate scenes of gods and goddesses. It's a stark, silent, and anonymous space. That absence of decoration is a massive clue. It's completely out of character for a pharaoh's final resting place. Why would the most magnificent structure ever built for a king lack the most basic elements of a royal tomb? The only markings found that even mention Khufu are some crude, graffiti-like symbols hidden away in small, inaccessible chambers above the king's chamber. Many experts believe these were simply quarry marks. Notes made by the work crews, not the grand royal dedication you'd expect. The silence of the Great Pyramid is deafening, and it directly challenges the idea that it was just a tomb. So, if it wasn't a tomb, what was it? This is where we need to look at the pyramid's internal features. This wasn't just a big pile of stones. The interior is a marvel of engineering and precision. We have incredibly long, narrow shafts, some only about 8 inches wide, that extend through hundreds of feet of solid masonry. They are angled with incredible accuracy, pointing towards specific stars or constellations. Why would a tomb need star-aligning shafts? Then there are the chambers themselves, placed with breathtaking mathematical care. The dimensions of the king's chamber, for example, appear to incorporate advanced mathematical concepts. The whole structure seems to be a carefully designed system. We have to ask a simple, logical question. Why would a burial chamber require such mind-boggling complexity? In architecture and engineering,